Hello there, everybody. It's Tim from lessonsontheweb.com, and today we have a little bit different of a video for you today. Instead of a piano or a music theory lesson, today we're talking about a certain topic, which is kind of like what we're doing for 2016, just to kind of change things up a bit. And I really want to get your input on this, and I would really like to hear back what you think. So the topic for today, if you can read it, is why there is a place for learning piano online. Now, here's the thing. I'm not arguing that learning piano online is going to replace regular traditional teachers that you either come to your house or you go to them and they teach you one-on-one. A lot of teachers, I'll admit right away, have a very good argument saying that learning piano online has some things missing from it, like, for instance, instant feedback. When you have traditional piano lessons, obviously you have your teacher right next to you telling if your hands are not in the correct position or if you're not sitting up straight or things like that. But the thing I'm arguing against is people that say, and here it's written here, you just can't learn online, get a real teacher. That's not true. I mean, you can obviously learn piano online. I really think there's thousands of you who have learned from my lessons alone. I mean, I have over 30,000 subscribers. So I'd imagine at least some of those people have been able to learn piano online. But the great thing about learning online is it doesn't have to, first of all, actually, let me bring up this point. Online learning, to the first point here, can be a great alternative for independent learners. Not everybody wants a teacher, breathing behind your neck. Not saying I do that to my students, but I'm just saying not everybody is the type of person who wants to put themselves out there for a teacher every week, and they're just independent learners. They like to go out on your own, and you may be one of those people. I'm actually one of those people. I don't mind learning from a teacher, but I kind of prefer to learn as much as I can anyway on my own. So what you may want to do is learn piano online, and then, maybe every once in a while get in touch with a teacher to kind of correct your mistakes. That's probably the optimal route you can take. But as we go further down the list, there are also people who are very short on time. So say you don't have the same amount of time to schedule a lesson out every week. It's very understandable. We live in a very busy time. I'm sure it's always been a busy time, but, more than ever, we have a lot of demands on our life. So, it's not always practical to have a piano teacher every week. And a lot of piano teachers, me included, because it makes sense, we're trying to, both teach and make a living at the same time. Most of them want you to commit to once a week or so. I mean, you might find a teacher who's a little bit more flexible on that, but we like having lessons once a week because, first of all, the student really needs the lesson once a week if you're going to go that route, to keep track of everything. Some students do okay every other week with a teacher, and some teachers may even do once a month, but I really don't think so. I wouldn't do that, only because I need people on my schedule for regular lessons, and I'll admit there is a monetary reason for that, because I need to pay my bills and things like that. So I want reliable students taking lessons every week, but you may not be one of those students who's able to do that. Homeschooled students is another group of people who would benefit greatly from online learning. If you're being taught by your parents or you're a parent teaching your child, you're probably not going to know everything about every subject you do. So it's really good to look online, not just for music, for other subject matters as well, just to give your students or your child a supplementary learning tool to help them learn something that you might not be as a professional in. We can only learn and master so many things in our life and in our time that we have available. And people that live in faraway places in the world, this is one that I was not quite as aware of until I started teaching online, and through running this website for the last 2.5 years and doing the YouTube channel for almost 3 years. The 3-year anniversary is coming up pretty soon. I've learned that there are a lot of people in the world who can't get piano lessons. You might live in Africa. You might live, in the Middle East. You may live even in the United States or something, but just in an area where you can't get a piano teacher. Or the biggest one, actually the next point, is not being able to afford a regular piano teacher. Like I said, A lot of them want you to have lessons every week, and they can definitely be pricey. I definitely attract a certain clientele when I do private lessons. They're usually, middle class or, above that. So unfortunately, there's a big section of people that unfortunately cannot afford regular lessons, and that's why online lessons are great. As I wrote this as a comment, somebody commented on like an ad I did saying you just can't learn piano online at all. And I said, well, or they say you can't learn piano online correctly. And I said, you know what? Some learning is definitely better than no learning. And I would also argue that you can learn how to play the piano fairly well online on your own. Like I said, it's not a bad idea to every once in a while, if you know a teacher or you can get into contact with them, schedule a few lessons with them and then show them what you've been learning, and they can give you valuable feedback. You can also get valuable feedback from teachers online. The final point of what we're going to talk about today is that online learning can greatly expand the number of piano players in the world. This is very important to me because that's really what Lessons on the Web's goal is not to make, Mozarts everywhere or Beethoven's or anything like that. But if you want to do that, that would be awesome. It's to give more people the opportunity to learn music. And that's it. I'm not trying to replace regular teachers. I'm not trying to take your job away if you're a music teacher. I just want to make learning music more available and available to people who would not have been able to learn music otherwise. That's really what it's all about. I mean, I love it as a business. I love doing it. But I really want to extend that opportunity to everybody and not just a few who have a lot of money or just, are very, very fortunate to be able to fit piano lessons into their lives. So I want to wrap this video up by asking, what are your experiences learning piano online? Have you learned piano entirely from scratch online? Have you learned, from a teacher and then continued learning online? Or do you do both? And what are your successes and challenges of both of those things? So I want to hear back from you, and we're going to try this in a different way than we've done it before. So you are invited to my live stream. Not exactly sure what day it is. It will be posted on the screen when I edit the video and work the details out. But you're invited to this live stream, and what I would like you to do is come out and share your experiences on this topic. There's questions I just asked about learning the piano online, and I would love to hear from you. Of course, you can leave them in the comments below, and I would love to read through them. But if you really want to share with all of us and, become part of the community and ask me questions, attend this live stream, and I would love to see you there. So this has been Tim from Lessons on the Web. Thank you so much, as always, for watching, and have a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Thank you. Well, hello there. Why not spread the joy of learning piano by sharing this video with your friends and your enemies? And while you're at it, you should subscribe because there's more piano lesson goodness on the way.